Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us for our early in the day edition of Unscripted. I hope you guys are planning a happy and safe new year today. That's why we're here early, because we wanted to be able to enjoy our families tonight. So I am your moderator, Melanie. We got your analysts here today. We got Jay McLovin.
Hey, what's up, H-Town?
Logan Landers.
How y'all doing out there? Happy New Year to everybody.
And Big Shaw.
What's up, everybody?
And I have especially made for Big Shaw a trash meter. So every time it's trash or garbage, we're going to keep track of it and see how many he says today. So join us Thursdays, Tuesdays at 9 Eastern and Saturdays at noon Eastern. And make sure you like and share on Facebook. And now we're also on YouTube. So subscribe and like our channel there and be sure to share it with your friends. Let's get started on our topic today, guys.
Let's do it, Mel. What's our first one?
Patrick Surtain II. Who wants to go there?
Well, these are your boys. Yeah, these are your guys. We'll let you start off.
Well, he might get drafted pretty high, but I don't think that high because he got burnt a lot of times. So I can see him getting drafted, but it's not. I take it back. It's not going to be as high because the dude got burnt a lot of times this year. If y'all been watching and paying attention, it's been a few games that he's been in La La Land and he got spanked. So if he's gonna get drafted really high, he better do something tomorrow. He's gonna have to do something really good because the guy got burnt a lot of times. I don't have the stats and all that stuff, but you know, like I said, if you've been paying attention and watching these games, Patrick Surtain, he's been getting his butt burnt a lot. In man on man coverage, all kinds of coverage. He's been getting butts. He's been getting his butt whooped. So hopefully tomorrow he'll have a big showing tomorrow. So, but we'll see. We'll see where he's gonna go. That's all I got.
What round do you think he'll get drafted in? Because he will get drafted.
He might go on the first. If he mess up tomorrow and he gets burnt some more tomorrow, he might go on a second or third.
Okay. So like a late first or like an early second round is what you saying?
Yeah, because he's been getting burnt in coverage a lot. That's if y'all been watching those games, then y'all would know what I'm talking about. Dude been getting burnt a lot. And one more thing, in the way you play cornerback, you gotta look at the ball. You can't look at the receiver. You gotta look at the ball. So, and he's been doing that too, been messing up. So we're gonna see.
True. Yeah, I mean, you got good points there, Shaw. I mean, it's really kind of been like that for the whole Alabama defense this entire year, honestly. They've just kind of taken a step back, whether it be from COVID hitting them early on in the preseason with the because, defense is a really tricky part of football, and you got to have a lot of time devoted to it. And unfortunately, all these teams in college didn't get as much ample time as needed to learn the new plays, learn all the new personnel and whatnot, learn all the matchups. So that's just really kind of been a crutch for the entire college football landscape this entire season, not just Alabama. But, I mean, going into this year, Surtain was looked at as kind of like a breakout star at Alabama. He had a pretty good season last year. And this year, he just himself and really just everyone on the defensive end kind of took a step back. So, but yeah, I do agree with your thoughts that he'll get picked. I think he'll be like a late first round pick, early second round. I do think that the game tomorrow is going to kind of really shape that for him. So we'll see. We're going to be talking about those games a little bit later on, though. So I'm ready to get into that, though. But yeah, I mean, Patrick, yeah, he's a good dude. I'll go and just finish out your 10 seconds there, and I'll let Jay get the whole 3. Yeah, I mean, he's a good quarterback, no doubt, and he's going to be a good help for a lot of NFL teams. And we'll see how he can translate to the next level. So that's all I got to say about that one.
Yeah, I'm looking at, the first round. I think it's going to be full of quarterbacks, offensive linemen, defensive linemen, a lot of secondary and wide receivers. I see that kind of being the top grasp for that first round. And so certainly Patrick Surtain, the second will fit into there. His dad, Patrick Surtain Sr., played NFL football, and his son is following shortly right behind him. I think the Cardinals are going to pick him up at 17. That's where I kind of see him landing.
That's a good one, yeah.
Yeah, I see him laying there about 17. You know, he's a good guy. He's about 6'2", 203. You know, he's quarterback. So he's got some size to him. So I think it's gonna be good. You know, he had 18 solo tackles, I think, this year, and he had one pick and one fumble recovery, and I think he had like 10 pass defenders. But like Shaw said, he has been burned. So I think that's why he's gonna fall down to 17 and not go sooner. I think Farley might go ahead of him. But yeah, you know, I think he's second at the position behind Farley in the draft. So I think that's why he dropped 17. I think he had first team America honoree by the Associated Press. Gave up 25 yards in only 11 games. That's not bad. No. You know, targeted 43 times all season, and he gave up 18 completions and 43 targets. So that's not bad. I mean, the guy's, you know, he's got some good stuff behind him. But I just think, you know, like you said, like Shaw said, you know, he's been burned, and I think that's why he goes behind. I think Farley will go the first time up, and I think he'll go the second go around, and I see the Cardinals picking him at 17. And but all in all, man, he's not a bad cornerback, but he's certainly not the best one.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Jay, just kind of bank off what you were saying. I'm looking at the Cardinals roster here at cornerback. And I mean, he's going to have a lot of learning to do under these guys. I mean, Patrick Peterson, who's been a force, you know, his entire career, he's always been looked at as one of the kind of better cornerbacks in the league. Also, you know, you got Byron Murphy, who's a second-year guy. You also have a 9-year vet with Dre Kirkpatrick, another Alabama alum. So I think that'll be a good fit for the Cardinals if he does end up getting drafted there. We'll have to see. But that would be a good fit for them, and it really kind of helps solidify the Cardinals as a playoff team and potentially more. But yeah, so I do like your pick, Jay. So I think we're all in agreement here. He'll get picked either mid first round, late first round. If he has a bad showing tomorrow, I think he'll drop to the second though. But hey, we'll have to see though. But all right, Mel, this is our Alabama draft. So this is our draft coverage. So who's up next?
Najee Harris.
Okay, Najee Harris. Logan.
Logan.
Yeah, I'll take this one. Yeah, so Najee Harris, man, he's an absolute stud running back. Alabama. You've seen Alabama produce running back after running back after running back after running back in the last couple of years, man. They've really had some studs come out of that system. And Harris is looking like another one, man. He's had a really good year. California 6'2", 230. In 2020 so far, he's got over 1,000 yards, 24 touchdowns as well, 214 rushes too, to boot, which is his career high at Alabama. And every year he's just gotten better and better. You know, started out in 2017, going out here to 2020. Every category just gotten better for the most part. He averages about 5.9 rushes per carry, so that's not too bad at all. That's exactly what you want out of a good running back. And Nick Saban and them just know how to produce quality players on the offensive side of the ball. Let's just be real here. Especially at that running back position, they haven't missed much at all. So they're really good on that end. But yeah, so Harris, I do see him getting picked. Like I said, running back's kind of a tricky position because, Jay, like you mentioned previously, especially this year is a very quarterback-heavy draft, as well as offensive linemen usually get picked pretty quick. A couple of defensive guys. So running back usually he is a star talent. Man, I don't know where he might get picked. He might get picked maybe like a late second round possibly, but they're saying like early second round. But yeah, he is a very good player, and whoever ends up getting him is gonna, I think he's gonna do very good in the NFL. He's gonna translate well. He's already got that good frame. He's already got some good speed and muscle to him. He's gonna get even better when he gets under those trainers in the NFL. So, whichever team lands Harris, I think that they got a kind of a steal of a pick. So I'm looking forward to see where he's going to get drafted in a couple of weeks, and I do think he's going to solidify some team in the running game for a few years to come. That's all I got to say about Mr. Harris.
I'll go next.
All right.
Shall you go next? Doesn't matter.
You can go.
All right. Hey, look, I agree with you, Logan. I think he goes early to mid second round. Just like we said earlier, first round is going to be primarily defense and quarterbacks and linemen. But I do see him going early second round, possibly. Who needs a running back? The Falcons need a running back because Gurley, them arthritic knees ain't gonna last forever. So the Falcons need a running back. And hey, you know what? Them 11 picks them Jets got, I can see them going for a running back too to go along with that quarterback they're gonna draft. They could potentially come out with trash, or I think Wilson's probably gonna go second. Honestly, I think Wilson's looking like a really good pick at the second quarterback spot. But I think the Jets could wrap up Wilson and then possibly come back and grab Najee Harris in the second round. So that could be a really good slam dunk for them if they draft right. He's a big guy. He's about what? I think he's like 6'2", 230 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
He basically routed the SEC teams in Florida, right? So when they went up against Florida, and they routed them. 31 carries for 178 yards, 2 touchdowns. He averages about 5.9 yards a carry. He's got 24 touchdowns. He's got a little over 1,200 yards, almost 1,300 yards for the season. So he's a tall, quick. He's got some good hands. He's agile. He can bounce off the tackle. He's strong. He can run you over. He's explosive, versatile, all those things, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't. His pass blocking and his pass blocking and his pass catching did not improve until after he had gone into his junior year, and he got, I think it was Butch Johnson or somebody he had trained with, and they got him better. But all in all, man, I think he goes, early to mid second round.
Okay. Yeah, hey, that's a good pick. I agree with you on those, Jay. Very good running back. I like his style of play a lot, and you can't go wrong with the Alabama running back. They very rarely ever fizzle out. I mean, we've seen, especially like with Derrick Henry, he's the most kind of prime example right now. He's a star at Tennessee right now for the Titans, and he is a legend at Alabama, man. So they can produce those running backs, and Harris is up there with all those guys. But Big Shaw, this is your dude. What you think about Mr. Harris?
He's going in the first round. I'm telling you, he's gonna go in the first round. He's gonna go. I hope he don't go to Jacksonville. Because if he go to Jacksonville, this thing, Trevor Lawrence and Najee Harris, that could be really dangerous. But it may not happen. It may not happen because Jacksonville gonna blow everything up anyway. And but Najee Harris, he's gonna go in the first round. I'm sure he will. I don't know where he's going, but he's going somewhere. He could go to what did Miami pick at?
They're going to have kind of a later, kind of mid to late round pick because they're going to get in the playoffs.
I'm trying to see who's the draft order.
Yeah, now the Jets do have 2 first round picks. And they get the second pick is closer towards the end of the draft, end of the first round. Yeah, so they could pick him up, but I doubt it. I think it's going to be a second round pick, but you never know. Like I said, could.
He's a superstar. He's going to go first. He's going to go in the first round.
Hey, Shaw, I just looked it up. Miami actually has the 3rd pick this year.
Oh, really?
They got it from Houston because of the Laramie Tunsil trade, I believe. So even though Miami's going to get the playoffs, it looks like they got a really good pick. But I don't think Harris is going to go 3rd, though.
He go 3rd. He gonna be. I think he'll be in the top 10. I really do think
so. Yeah, so let me look at the top 10 here and let me know who you think might pick him up. All right. So Jacksonville, the Jets, the Dolphins, the Falcons, Bengals, Philadelphia, the Lions, the Giants, Carolina, and then Denver. Those are the top 10 right now.
Well, Denver don't really have nothing. They running backs with bums. They I'm gonna say it. They got trash as running backs in Denver. So
write it down, Mel.
Najee Harris got his boy over there in Denver. Jerry Jeudy, he's in Denver.
That's true.
So I mean, he could get him a push. Hey, let's get Najee Harris. Need a running game in Denver. Philly needs a running game.
Mm-hmm.
Detroit, you go there to die. So hoping to go to Detroit, you go there to die. So I say Denver. If I was the Broncos and Jerry Jeudy, I would tell John Elway, get Mr. Harris, because Jacksonville, they're getting a run. They're getting a quarterback.
Oh yeah,
or they might get a kicker or something. They're gonna find it. They're gonna find a way to blow this up and forget to get a quarterback.
Hey, Every time you mention them getting a kicker, it always just makes me think of Janikowski with the Raiders all those years ago when he got it.
It happened.
It happened and it worked great somehow. Everyone thought he was an idiot, but damn, did it really work for them?
It sure did. It sure did. But that's all I gotta say, man. I can see him going to Denver. If he goes to Philly, oh well, look, he go to Philly too. He can play behind Jalen Hurts. So another Alabama connection. So yeah, go to Philly. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he can go to Philly. Go play with his homeboy. Go to Philly.
I got you.
Forget Denver. Go to Philly. Because Philly got better uniforms.
I can tell you who Philly's going to go with in a minute, but and Philly will go with an Alabama player, but it's not going to be the running back. It's not going to be Najee Harris.
It ain't going to be Devontae. He's going to be long gone.
Yes, they are. You watch.
They ain't going to be gone. Don't be surprised if he go to Jacksonville.
Don't be surprised if he go. No, they ain't going to Jacksonville. Jacksonville, they're sold out on Trevor Lawrence already.
Well, how many picks Jacksonville? Jacksonville got a lot of picks.
Oh, you saying a later pick? Yeah.
Jacksonville will mess around and Jacksonville may shock everybody and get him first.
Nah, I ain't seen that.
I don't know. I've seen stranger things.
We've seen strange things, but not the number one pick, man. That's usually locked in for months.
They let Ryan Leaf get drafted, and we seen where that went. So,
hey, that's a quarterback though. They always bank on quarterbacks.
You just never know what Jacksonville they might go get a punter or something. You just never know with Jacksonville. They're gonna find a way to mess this up, but they can't go wrong if they get Devontae Smith. They can't go wrong with that.
Hey, and speaking of Devontae, we're gonna be talking about him next.
Yeah.
All right. Who wants it?
I'm gonna go. He's a Louisiana kid. So his birthday is a week after mine. So because mine's on the 12th, and his I think on the 22nd or the 28th, one of them two. But he's going in the first round. That's where he's going. He's going in the first round. You know what? If I was the Denver Broncos, you know what I'd do? I would have him and Jerry Jeudy on the field at the same time. Can you imagine that? Jerry Jeudy and Devontae Smith. Can you picture that?
Yeah, that would be one hell of a 1-2 punch.
Or Jalen Hurts and Devontae Smith with Deshaun Jackson. Can you see that happening?
That would help out Philly some, but Philly needs an O-line. That's what they need.
Philly need everything. But I can see Devontae Smith going to probably Denver because Denver need everything they can get right now. Mm-hmm. They need everything. But my boy, he gone. He leaving. He gonna be out. He is the man. But he ain't gonna win the Heisman Trophy. He ain't gonna win the Heisman Trophy. So get that out y'all heads. Just because he won the AP Player of the Year, don't mean that man gonna win the Heisman. Now he played well. He played really good. That's my boy. He played really good. Mm-hmm. But he ain't winning the Heisman Trophy.
No.
You know who gonna win the Heisman Trophy?
Who gonna win it?
Hey, look, Jay got mad. He didn't want to hear the truth. Listen, Trevor Lawrence is gonna win an MVP. No, Heisman Trophy. I'm sorry, he gonna win the Heisman Trophy.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I'm with you.
Even Mel believe that. Even she know he's gonna win the Heisman Trophy.
Yeah. Yeah, Mel. So we have the trash meter. You need to get a Jay's disconnecting meter next.
I know. I'm gonna have like a whole little thing. Like a really big dry erase board. I could just make.
It's going so well.
It has been, man. Yeah, Sean. See, where do you think Devontae's gonna get picked? The first round?
Yeah, he going in the first round. Look, he too good. That man going in the second round. Man, it's gonna be bad. Like normally, I don't watch the draft. I really don't. Ever since the Ryan Leaf stuff happened, I said I'm not watching the draft no more. I said I'm done. I'm done. Cause I done seen the draft, man. I don't want to go off subject. I still got time. You know, like with the Cleveland Browns, they drafted so many bums. The dudes were great in college. But man, when they got to NFL, like Courtney, what's his name? Courtney Brown. Oh man, he was a bum. He was absolute trash. Tim Couch. I can go on. How many bums we had come to Cleveland, but that was great in college. The list goes on and on and on. And I said I'm not watching the draft again. So they don't listen to me.
That's what we need is our draft expert here, Big Shaw. All right, let me take over here until Jay gets back on. So yeah, Devontae Smith, like you said, he's in the candidacy to get a Heisman. He was named the AP Player of the Year by the media, which is great. Man, he's an electric wide receiver, man.
Yes, he
Going
is.
into this year, it was before Jamar Chase opted out at LSU, who won the Blitnikoff last year, of course. Man, it's those two as the top two top two wide receivers at the moment. Chase decided to opt out, though, because of just COVID and everything, which you got to respect that, though. He's done a lot. But Smith really took over this year, I believe. He really solidified why he needs to get picked in the first round and why he's really going to help out whatever team picks him. Now, man, there's a lot of options for this guy because everyone wants him. Let's just be real here. Everybody wants to draft a high-quality wide receiver. And, man, they need some help, though. Whoever's getting this guy is going to get a star in the making. And, yeah, I definitely see him getting picked in the first, no doubt. Looking at some teams here, man, if I had to pick one, I'm looking kind of in the middle of the pack here, just kind of like the 10 through the 10 through 20 rounds. Someone that might be pretty good for him to go to if he gets picked. Jay, I know you might love this one. Number 11, the Dallas Cowboys. Your guy.
Dallas Cowboys. Oh, okay. All right. All right. With Amari Cooper. Oh,
and CD Lamb. Don't forget him either.
No, you know what? If you get Devontae Smith, you don't need CD Lamb. What you need him for? He's gonna outplay him.
And that's the reason why I don't think they're gonna take him. I honestly think Dallas is gonna go corner. Dallas is either going cornerback or something like that. And I really believe Farley is going to be the one. I told you earlier, Farley is going to be the number one, and I think Farley is going to be one that goes to Dallas.
Hey, yeah, I mean, just in a fantasy type scenario, that would be great to have those three wide receivers there, man. Have that big three. Yeah. But let me keep looking here. See Indianapolis, that might be a pretty good pick there, 18. That might help them out some too.
He ain't dropping that low.
True. But I'm looking here, Arizona. I mean, Vegas don't really need a wide receiver either. San Francisco, that might be a pretty good one.
You never gonna hear from them ever again. Go San Francisco. No, we don't hear from them.
New England don't need him. They
do.
They need a lot. They need a lot better than they need a lot more than just a wide receiver to help them out.
They need a damn quarterback.
Yeah, that they need.
Go get Julio Jones. He about to. They're gonna trade him on in the offseason.
Hey, we'll have to see, man. But
it's true. They talking about that right now. They trying to get rid of him.
Hey, we'll see. Yeah, hey, another prospect out of Alabama too, by the way. But all right, Jay, since you're back on, what's your thoughts on this guy?
Eagles. That's where he is going. I'm telling you, Devontae Smith, 6'1", 175 pounds, possible Heisman, AP Player of the Year. Look, if you don't know anything about the Eagles, their wide receivers are number one, garbage. Number two, very, very old. Deshaun Jackson and Alshon Jeffrey. These guys are old, and they're so they got Rager.
He ain't done nothing this year either. He was a bust from last year.
So they need a damn wideout. They got like you said, they got Jalen Hurts. They got a quarterback of the future. Now they need a wide receiver of the future. They're not going after a running back because they got Miles Sanders. I'm telling you right now, the running back is not their priority. The wide receiver is their priority, and the offensive line, and because their offensive line is old, and so is their defense.
That was so big too.
But Devontae Smith is a polished day one contributor. He plays bigger than his size. He's got 98 catches for 1,500 yards, 17 touchdowns. I mean, come on. He's the only SEC player with multiple games totaling 4 or more receiving touchdowns. He's setting records. The guy's a stud. He's going to the Eagles. That's what they need. Watch it. I said it here. You heard it here. Hot take. Eagles is taking him.
Yeah, that would be a great fit with the Eagles, Jay. I don't know. I think they got to go with O-lineman, though, man. They got Carson Wentz killed. He got sacked, 50 times or something before he got benched this year?
Yeah.
That's what they really need.
He ain't gonna be that long.
Don't be surprised at Devontae. But you know what though? Sometimes they always go with the better talent, and Devontae Smith is talent. And I guarantee you, if he's there when, and he will be there. Number one, when the Eagles draft, he'll be there, and they will not pass up on this guy. I promise you, they're not going to pass up on this level of talent because he's going to be there. I'm telling you.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, they will.
We always get offensive linemen in the second and third rounds, but a guy who has Heisman talent like he does and is putting up the season he's putting up, they're not going to pass up on him.
Yeah, they will.
So you think he's going to get drafted in the top 10 though, Jay?
Oh, absolutely.
Top 10. Okay.
They're gonna be like Chicago. Chicago passed up on how many people? Patrick Mahomes. They passed up on Lamar Jackson. They passed up on they passed on a lot of good quarterbacks.
They've made some pretty bad mistakes.
These NFL teams did a lot of dumb stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think with Big Ben, he wasn't going to Pittsburgh at first. I forgot where he was going, but Pittsburgh came and saved him and got him. So
he's been the franchise quarterback over there for
years. Yes, he has.
But
now we got the subject. Now we got 6 seconds of y'all know. What if Jordan would have left Chicago and went to New York with Patrick Ewing? Not bad that'd be.
Yeah, that would have been
nasty.
Uproars left and right. Hey, I mean, actually, Shaw, I appreciate that because we're going to segue into a little bit of basketball here with our first quick topic. Mel, what is it?
Yeah, Bucks versus the Heat breakdown.
I don't know about that.
Jay, you got this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go first. Bucks Heat breakdown, right? 47 points deficit, 144-97, right?
Yep.
I mean, these dudes, this is insane, man. Insane. They set a 3-point record in the blowout at 29. Houston was the one that did it in 2019 at 27. These guys broke that record at 29. Giannis is the only player that didn't hit double digits in points. He got like 9 damn points. So they had a very anemic Giannis. Largest road win in franchise history. How could it not be with 47 points?
Uh-huh.
Coming off a 20-point loss to the Knicks, and then they come in here and they do this level of a blowout. So they got blown out in New York, but then they blew out Miami at home. I mean, or on the road. I mean, it's crazy. No Jimmy Butler. That is the one keynote. They did not have Jimmy Butler. And Tyler Hero played for him, though, and scored 23 points and 7 assists. Even though they didn't have Jimmy Butler, they still got a productive Hero. But their defense was garbage. Their defense was garbage. And 47 points, this is ridiculous. After the 50-point lead by the other team, now we got 47 points. It's crazy.
It's the early season of the NBA, Jay. Yeah, I'll take over this one here quick. Yeah, so like you said, that's the big loss there that happened the other day. That happened on Tuesday. Then they played again last night. Miami got the win in that one, 119-108. Leading the team for the Heat, it was Tyler Hero, who had 21 points on 8 of 13 shooting. Also, Goran Dragic coming off the bench with 26 to boot. Giannis, he had a better game. Like you said, he only had 9 points in their first meeting when they got blown out. But in this one, he was 10-18 with 26 points. That's pretty good. You still want to get a little bit more out of him in terms of scoring wise, but not a horrible game by any means. Pretty good shooting percentage. But I mean, also outside of Giannis though, DiVincenzo, who they signed for a couple of seasons, I think, 15 points as well. Didn't have the best shooting night though, 5 of 14. As a team, they shot 39% from the field, which is not the best. But for the Heat, what really I think kind of helped them out, they shot almost 49%, and they got 82% of their free throws. So, the Heat, they're looking pretty good still. They're 2-2 at the moment. The Bucks now fall to 2-3. It's still very early to tell how this Eastern Conference is going to go, but we expect these two teams to be battling out for the rest of the season. So, besides the big blowout and everything, man, that's crazy that we already got 2 big blowouts in the first couple of games, Jay. That is insane. It's
insane. Absolutely insane.
Mm-hmm. All right, Shaw, what you think about these 2 games here that were played?
Oh, I ain't watch it. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't watch it. I ain't watch the game last night. I was watching a little bit of football last night.
I got you. What do you think about the big blowout though? The 97-144 blowout. What did you think about that?
Oh, the season's still young. It's still young. There's no need to panic for nobody yet. Even for the Lakers, there's no time to panic yet. Like I said, it's still young. It's still young. That's what I got.
I got you. Like to keep it short and sweet.
Mhm.
Hey, that's how we like to do it on the show here. But, all right, what's our next topic here? Mel, let me get it pulled up. Here we are.
Paul George, Damian Lillard.
Did you got some beef?
You want to go with that one? You want to go with that one, Logan?
Yeah, I'll start this one off. As everyone knows, Paul George, Damian Lillard basically are just at each other's throats right now. It all started when Lillard made that huge shot over him a couple seasons ago. Or feels like a couple seasons ago. I think it was just last year. But the way 2020's been, we're all looking forward to the next year. But, yeah, these two are just going to keep going at it. You know, they're not going to be throwing punches or nothing like that. It's just some friendly competition between two teams in the West who are going to be battling it out the whole season, trying to get better spots in their conference. But I don't know. I like to equate this like a boxing match, you know. If I had to pick between Paul George, Damian Lillard, I'll go with Dame in this one. Just because Dame's got that pit bull-like tenacity. So, yeah, I mean, I've always been a Lillard fan just based off his work ethic and whatnot. But, yeah, so that's all I got to say about this one. I mean, it's just the NBA. These guys aren't going to be throwing punches left and right. So it's just going to be who's going to score more when they face off against each other, and they'll leave it at that.
Well, I'll go on this one. Who's going on this one?
You got it, Sean.
You got it, Sean.
All right. This rivalry isn't like one of the best rivalries in the world. It's okay. I like Damian Lillard. You know, I don't like Paul George. Paul George is trash. He's not even that good. I don't know what people think they like him for. He's not that good. Damian Lillard is just a man. I don't even know why people think these two guys are rivals for. I mean, I don't know. I don't know who even made this one up. I don't know.
I got it. I'm gonna help you out, man.
Take it over.
So the rivalry came basically it started when the Thunder in Game 3 over celebrated in front of the Portland Trailblazers, and it really pissed off, Lillard to the point that in Game 5, when they took the series in game, when the Blazers took the series in Game 5, Lillard went in front of the Thunder's bench and he basically gave them like the nice little wave, like, hey, say what's up. Like y'all lost pretty much, and then he just walked off the court, and then that pissed off Paul George and Russell Westbrook and company. So when they went into the bubble last year, basically they basically been having hyped up social media back and forth. They've had talking trash on the court, things like that, which is pretty much what a lot of people do. But that rivalry got heated up so much in the bubble that their family members and everybody else had to step in and separate them. So you talk about punches being thrown. They were at the level in the bubble that they had to actually be physically separated from each other because they were getting ready to throw blows. And that's pretty much what that rivalry has come to. These guys are heated up over each other. They played last night against each other, and I didn't get that score in that game, so I apologize. But there is a rivalry there. There is some tensions between those two guys.
That ain't no rivalry. That's just stupid.
It has gotten heated to the point. Watch it. It's gotten heated to the point that they're making headlines.
Man, Jay, don't do that. That ain't no. I thought you were talking about a good rivalry, like LeBron James and them like that. Man, that's rivalry. Michael Jordan them. That's rivalry. They keep it on the court. These dudes, that's child play. What they doing? That's crap. That's crap. You know it's a rivalry, Jay? When the New York Knicks and the Miami Heat was playing against each other. That was a rivalry, man. That was a rivalry every day. That was a rivalry. That's just crap what they doing.
Jay, I found the box score from last night. The Clippers got the win in that one, 128-105. Let me see. Lillard played 29 minutes, shot 3 of 14, 0 of 8 from 3. He had 20 points, but he was 14 of 15 from the free throw line. So there's the majority of his shots there.
Yeah.
Looking at Paul George, he played 28 minutes also, 8 of 15 shooting, 4 of 9 from the three-point arc, and he had 23 points. So Paul George got the win individually against Lillard as well as the team win. The Clippers improved to 4-1 as a team, and the Blazers dropped to 2-2. So besides that one loss, the Clippers they're looking a little bit better, but there's still always that, they're looking good in the regular season, but how are they going to do in the playoffs? That's what we always talk about.
Right, absolutely.
That's what we always talk about. I don't care about the regular season. They're expected to be 5-0 right now. Let's just be real.
I mean, honestly, that's the thing, right? Will Paul George be there in the playoffs? Like he's, or is he going to fade out again? That we're not going to know the answer on Paul George until we get to the playoffs. Honestly,
you're right. But all right, we made it to our last topic. Jay, I'll go first on this one. We'll wait for Shaw to come back. I'm sure he'll be back in the next minute or two. Jamel, what's our final topic in the last year of 2020?
Yeah, final thoughts on college football playoffs.
I'll start them off.
All right.
Well, a new year. College football is about to end very soon. Man, it's sad, but I know we've had a great season so far with the COVID and everything. We almost got it to the end, fellas. Final thoughts here. 2 predictions on these 2 games upcoming. Between Alabama and Notre Dame, I got Alabama winning that one. You just can't ever count them out in the playoffs. And let's just be real here. Notre Dame hasn't done good in the college football playoffs since it's been in inception. They've always gotten kicked out in their first game. But it's not going to change. The only kind of thing that's a little bit, it's a little bit of a nervous part if you're an Alabama fan. It's just the defense this year hasn't been the greatest. But I think that the offense is going to hold up well enough to beat the Fighting Irish. As for Clemson, Ohio State, that's going to be a closer game, I think. My other show, I predicted Clemson to win this one by about a touchdown. So it is going to be close. But I do think that Clemson will get the win against the Buckeyes. So it'll mean number 1, number 2, Clemson and Alabama round 15 or whatever we're at now. So that's my picks on this one, and I'm ready for the college football playoffs to start on New Year's. So I'm ready for it.
Yeah, me too. I'll go next on the show.
Right.
You can wrap it.
All right.
Hey, honestly, given what, and I was talking to Shaw about this earlier, and Shaw made up a really good point, and we all know that the Final Four teams is based on money, based on politics, things like that. But god damn, man, after what Oklahoma did to Florida the other night, man, I feel like Oklahoma should be either replacing Ohio or Notre Dame, right? I just think they would give either Clemson or Alabama a much tougher competition, but. It didn't happen that way. We got Ohio, we got Notre Dame in there, and obviously, even though Notre Dame has a good defense, it's not going to be enough to stop Alabama's offense with all those Heisman candidates on that team. And so Alabama absolutely will crush Notre Dame. The closer game might be Clemson and Ohio with Justin Fields going up against Lawrence, and I think Clemson is going to walk away with that one. I absolutely do think that. And it's going to be the typical, as always, Clemson and Alabama going at it. And I'm going to give the edge to Clemson. I just feel like Clemson is going to take that one.
Yeah. I mean, whenever that final game comes down, we'll be talking about it here, hyping that one up. But, all right, Shaw, this is it, man. You get to end out 2020.
Alabama's going to beat Notre Dame. They ain't going to stop them in the ground because our defense sucks. Our secondary sucks. Yeah. Now, Notre Dame gonna put points up on the board. I'm just letting y'all know they gonna put points on the board. Well, got no secondary. And if we play Clemson, oh man, Trevor Lawrence gonna kill us. He gonna kill us. Or we play Ohio State. Justin Fields gonna kill us. So, but hey, I am picking Ohio State to win. By the way,
okay. You got a point total, or you just think they're gonna win?
Ohio State, because everybody think, Ohio State ain't gonna win. Ohio State gonna play 6 games. Well, look, Ohio State got a bullet on their back. They got a target on their back. So guess what Ohio State gonna do? They gonna show you. They gonna show everybody why they deserve to be in the championship. They gonna show Clemson something. They're gonna have Clemson scared.
So
don't overlook them. Don't overlook Ohio State. I mean, the Ohio State.
Hey.
The Ohio State. Don't overlook them. last time we did that, Ohio State was whooping on somebody. So I can't do that. And remember, last time Ohio State and Clemson played, Clemson barely got by. They barely got by. So this ain't the first time. It isn't the first time.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to see how these games shake out tomorrow. And I mean, I'm sure whenever the final two get set, we'll be talking about that extensively. But yeah, Hey, we made it. Mel, what's our trash meter at for today? What was the tally?
We only had 3.
Only 3. All right. We were talking before the show. We went on over under a 10. I knew with the Alabama heavy show we were going to get an under.
Yeah.
Alabama. Yeah,
I'm about to say once we get back on track on Saturday, we'll get some.
That whole page gonna be filled up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Have to get an extension real quick, but. Dang. All right. Well, hey guys, we made it to the end here with 2020. Any final thoughts just about anything going on? How your year was? Anything like that? Any y'all want to say a little bit?
I'll say, man, this New Year's was great. I mean, in terms of the closing out the year, I mean, the 2020 was a horrible year in terms of Corona and things like that. But I think in terms of the show and what we're doing with the show and all the fan base that we're starting to build up now, those things are doing great. And I really enjoy working with each and every one of you guys. And I like the fans that we're starting to build. And I appreciate all the fans that are out there. And, man, I'm ready for 2021. We're closing in on 700 likes. And, yeah, man. Hey, listen. Hey, it's only going to get better from here, man.
Yeah, I'm a piggyback off you, Jay. Yeah, we're getting closer and closer to 700 each and every show. Thank you all for tuning into this early edition here with New Year's coming up. Of course, we want to be with our loved ones, with our friends, celebrate bringing in the new year, socially distance, and all that jazz, which I don't think anyone of us expected to say this time last year. So that's just how crazy the year was, man. We saw sports get shut down for months at a time. We saw them come back in a bubble. And then everything going on in the world is just absolutely insane. But yeah, happy to get this show going with you guys. About a month or so ago, we've been doing great numbers. We've been, we're on YouTube now. We're doing great work, and we're going to continue to provide you fans with all the fun sports going on at the moment. Also, we're going to be doing, a lot more draft stuff with the NFL draft coming up. And just anything that you guys want to watch, and just drop a comment. We'll be sure to cover it. Whatever sport. If you guys want to watch us do some water polo, if y'all want some knitting, I don't care. We'll cover it on the show. Because you know why, Jay, you know why, Shaw, and Mel, we are scripted. There you go. All right, Shaw, final takes on 2020.
Just watch the games tomorrow and enjoy some football and beer. And that's it. Enjoy your beer, football, and barbecue like I'm going to do. And that's it. Roll Tide and go Ohio State.
There you go. Yeah. All right, Mel, close us out for the final time this year.
I know the last time of the year. I hope everybody has a wonderful and safe new year with your family and friends, but be safe. Be mindful of COVID. If you're going to drink, don't drive. Have a driver. Be sure to tune in with us next week, Tuesday and Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Saturday at noon Eastern Time, and like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. And that's it. Y'all have a great evening.